Hey guys, this is Cam Interviews. We are here with Hundredth. I know it's a little bit early on in this tour, but how have fans been reacting to your guys' set so far?
Yeah, it just started, but it's been cool. I think there's a lot of new people that haven't seen us before. It's a good mix between them and people who have seen us before. So it's a cool vibe, because I guess people who have seen us before are up front singing along, and then people who haven't are kind of watching us interact with people who understand our band. So it's been cool, yeah.
What's it like playing like bigger tours too? Like it's a bigger bill, like with a lot of mainstream artists. So there's like barricades when like normally when I've seen you guys like come through here, you play Chain, and there's no holds bar. What's it like with this?
It's different. It's kind of how it is like when we go to Europe. It's like that, like at festivals and stuff. So it's not super weird for us, but obviously we would prefer there to be no separation between us and people there. But I mean, we're just trying to make the best of it and kind of get down there and still, have some like intimate moments and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah,
but it's been a great tour so far, and even though we're separated from them, I mean, it's hard not to feel like an animal that people are just like behind these barricades, like watching you. It's just like kind of kills the vibe. But I don't know why they're on this tour. I don't feel like there doesn't really need to be any, but whatever. Yeah. It's not my call, I guess.
Yeah. Regarding your set list for this tour, how are you guys mixing things up between like your past full lengths and then your EPs that are like more recently out?
We're trying to play a good mix. We're not playing any songs off our first record, just because we've been playing them for like 5-6 years now, and like even before we put the record out, we were playing them for like a couple years. But we're trying to keep it like kind of mixed. We're playing a couple new songs, a couple Revolt songs, and some songs off Let Go. We're playing this song called Remain and Sustain that we just started playing like. It came out like 5 years ago, but we just started playing it like.
Common Vision tour.
Yeah, like the California shows, which is like where it ended. So yeah, it's cool. Like I don't know why we didn't play that song sooner, but it's been great. Yeah.
Yeah. When I did the drum cam for you guys, people were commenting on like the video, like, oh, they did Remain and Sustain. Like, what the heck?
I don't know why we waited so long. I guess we were just like, it was a different song for the record, and we were like, I don't know if we're gonna play it live. We just want to like have one song like that. But now that we're playing it, it's really cool. We're digging it.
All right, and so going to like the foundation of Hundredth, I guess a lot of people have you guys synonymous with like merch, and like you guys are always known as like a merch band, and like having a specific image and doing really well. Can you talk about like how that kind of started, and like what was the inspiration for that, and who kind of crafts that?
We try to keep all the merch like us doing it and like our ideas, and granted, there's some designs that like go under the radar, like or go to like web stores like that aren't our own, that we're not like super stoked on, but I guess it just has to be out there. But I normally like do all of our merch, like designs and stuff, and then we just kind of like, I mean, we didn't mean for us to be like a merch band. We were just like over what merch looked like, I guess. Like everything kind of looked the same, So we were like started taking some risks and try to print on like better quality shirts, and not like a shirt that you wash once and it's just ruined, or and I don't know, we just started getting a little more custom and try to like make that part of our band like not the main focus, but make it like good enough to where we're like actually proud of. When you see someone wearing a shirt, we know that like that's cool, that's like something we worked on, and like we wanted it to look really good, Yeah. So like, we get a lot of shit for it, but I mean, really we just do it because like we care, and we want it to be streamlined, to look nice and to feel nice, Yeah. But yeah, there's kids that chirp about it all the time, but we're just like whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I get a bunch of compliments on like the sweatshirt, Yeah,
I've seen that. I've seen. I mean, we were supposed to do this interview like a long time ago, I think, but yeah, I've seen a video of you in one of our interviewing someone. I don't remember. I was like, that's awesome.
Austin Carlisle, I interviewed him with 100.
Yeah.
So it was funny.
That's sweet.
It has to be mentioned, you guys signed to Hopeless Records, and so what does that do for your band? Just kind of describe like how that changes things up for you guys.
I think our record's finally going to be in stores like for a long period of time. Like in the past, it's been in stores, but it just couldn't like stay there. So it ended up like getting pulled from shelves, and there wasn't a big shelf life. But I think like finally we're going to be pushed to like markets that we may have couldn't have reached before. The team is super awesome. They're really, really nice people, and they seem to really, really believe in our band. So we're excited about Hopeless. They're really cool.
So I saw you guys posting a picture on Facebook about writing, another full length. So what's the status on that like as of now?
We have like 14 or 15 instrumental songs. We're going to record immediately after this tour.
So far, how's the sound compared to like previous stuff?
I would say it's a healthy like balance between like memorable and still like what we've done all along. I mean, we're kind of trying to progress into like a more, I don't want to say like marketable, but like something that people would remember, like because we've kind of evolved, I guess, obviously in what we believe in and what we sound like. So we're kind of trying to create like a culmination of everything that we've ever done. And I mean, so far the instrumentals sound really cool. There's a lot of different stuff on there that I never thought we would ever do, but we'll kind of see what happens in the studio with, like what we change and what we keep. But we're definitely trying to explore a little bit more of a new sound. Kind of like touch back in with Let Go, but hit it with like the Resist vibe, I guess.
Okay.
We're not trying to lose everyone that's ever been into our band, but we are trying to like give something new and adapt a little bit.
Lyrically, how far in advance do you prepare for like an album? Because I mean, obviously it's different for every vocalist, but you guys specifically have like really good lyrics. So I just want to talk about that.
As of now, I have no lyrics at all. Okay. Like I should, but like I don't know. Every time I've like sat down and been like, all right, I'm gonna write some lyrics. I'm like, it just doesn't happen for me. I don't know. I just haven't hit that like tipping point where I'm like, okay, we're in. This is what the record's gonna be. I'm kind of like waiting for that like inspirational moment. Hopefully it comes on this tour at some point in a coffee shop or something. I don't know.
You're not sure exactly where lyrically, like the overall theme it might be.
It's gonna be in some way or form, like further like getting free, like because I feel like we haven't really, like Resist was kind of like a step in the, like shed your body, like in like let your spirit like be you, like become your spirit. But I feel like there's still some more steps to like become like fully like a free individual who like isn't worried about what happens because you like are comfortable in your own skin and stuff like that. So I think that's probably that would probably be the rough theme of the album.
In the past, you guys have talked about each album being like a different stage of your lives. And so what stage do you think this one might represent? Like what's a common theme that's going through your mind that you could think this album could encompass?
I don't know, man. It's like I just got married, so like I'm not gonna write about that because that wouldn't really fit the vibe of our band. But like it's in the past, it's all been rooted from like anger and hostility and things like that. And I don't know. I guess I really have no clue. Like I don't have my head around completely what I wanted what I want the record to be about, really. But and I don't want it to be like a concept or anything, really. But I do still think that there are some things that I haven't fully like I haven't developed thoughts in my head yet about. I haven't taken. There's a step after Resist that I haven't fully I can't comprehend yet. Like I know that what it needs to be, but I just can't like put it into words. You know what I mean? So I think I'm gonna really try to like take the next step like after Resist and let it be kind of a natural progression. But I have no clue what it's gonna be yet. So I guess we'll see.
Gotcha. Any like social issues that are going on right now? I know there's things flooding my Facebook timeline. So is there anything that sticks out to you in particular that you might want to like write a song about?
There's a lot of stuff going on. I think there's so much stuff going on right now though that it's like clouding what we like think about like right now, like in this moment. Like instead of us focusing on what we're doing like right here, like so many people are lost in like another world and they're not like living their life, and that's just like a vibe I've been getting lately from just everything from the news and what I see like on my phone on the news and like stuff like that and what my friends are talking about. So I don't know, I kind of just want to like I have a heart for social issues and like what's going on for sure. Like I like truth and I like to know what's going on, but there's just so much. I feel like we're in a really weird time where like everything, like our rights are kind of like slowly being dragged away from us and we're focused on like other stuff instead of being like, yo, I'm a person and you're not taking this from me. Like instead we're focusing on like things that are going on in other countries, which is great, but I feel like none of us are focused on like our own what we're doing to change the world like inside of us first, So that's kind of like what I've been seeing and like thinking about lately. That kind of stuff will probably end up being on the record. But not to take away from like my heart for social issues and what's going on, but that's just what I've been seeing lately, and that's how I feel about it. It's kind of weird.
One of your like more popular releases is Let Go, you know, and back then you guys had like a Christian, you know, background, and you guys put that in your lyrics. So what's it like? What I want to ask is like, what's it like performing those songs each night and like listening to those lyrics and like having a different state of mind with those lyrics now?
Well, not a lot of the songs were we've always been like, I guess, a spiritual band, like, and we always, I guess, steered it towards that direction of Christianity. But like on that record, there's not very many songs that are super like specifically Christian songs, you know? Oh, yeah. So I mean, a lot of it was just about like what we were going through personally at the time. Like that was like a heavy record for us emotionally, just from like we lost a bunch of friends when we were making it, and like one after another they would die, and we'd be like, what the fuck is going on? Like we didn't, you know? So it's kind of like us really kind of like questioning everything and being like, is this really like what like I've been told to believe this? Like, is this really what we should believe? So that's really what the album is about. Like, it's kind of more of a questioning album than like a, yo, we're Christian. Like, you know what I mean? So performing the songs for me isn't really like a Christian thing at all. Like, and I know some people connect in that way for it, but I just think about like my friends that I lost, and I honestly think about people that are like connecting in the moment to it, you know, rather than what like I used to believe in, or try not to live in the past very much, because then I'll just be depressed and full of guilt and shame, you know.
Is there anything differently that you guys are going to try in the studio that you've never done before?
We've never had anyone produce our albums, really. We went to the blasting room for the EPs, but this time we're going to have Sam Pura produce our album, who's up in San Francisco area. So that, I think that'll add like a different vibe to it, because there'll be, you know, it'll be like it'll be more calculated and more like, okay, let's cut this part in half. I just feel like it'll be way better and to the point. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna try anything that we haven't tried already. We've done a lot of like auxiliary instruments and stuff. We might get into that this time. I don't know. We'll kind of see what happens. I don't know.
Lastly, if you could have 3 people, dead or alive, feature on your new album, who would it be?
Probably Robert Smith from The Cure. It wouldn't fit at all, but for sake of this question. I would say Morrissey, but the shit that he's been saying lately and the way he's been acting, it just makes me just like cringe. Yeah. But so I'll just say him anyway, and I'm not gonna say Kurt Cobain because everyone would say that. It's just so like cliche.
What about someone from this scene? Like, if you could make the third person someone from this scene, like a possibility, perhaps.
Oh man, I'm just drawing a complete blank. Dude, I don't know. Okay. I have no clue, man.
We'll keep it to 2 then.
We won't do any guest vocals. I mean, unless something just happens and we're like, this would be great for them. Who knows?
Well, that concludes the interview. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right, and that's Kaim Interviews. Take it easy, guys.